Alright guys, we're going to look at a very similar problem now, which is a division. So this is an example of question 12. So our example, which is similar, is 4a plus 2 over 3 divided by 2a plus 1 over 2. Okay, so this is, as you can see, very similar to the previous question, except that we've got a division sign here. So our trick is, we're going to make this look pretty much like the last question, and the way that we do that is we exchange the multiplication division sign for a multiplication sign, and we invert our fraction. Okay, both of those are inverse functions in a way. Division and multiplication are inverse functions, and when we flip a fraction, it does the opposite. So effectively, changing that, we have to change this as well. So let's rewrite this with our multiplication sign in there instead. Multiplied by 2a plus 1 over 2. Right, so now we've got the same question Mr. Say did. So I'm now going to multiply through by my tops, which is my numerator, and my bottom, which is my denominator. So I'm going to go multiply this by this. So I've got... Now I've obviously made a mistake. No one said anything. I hope you're just sitting there screaming at the screen. I didn't invert my fraction. Here we go. 2 on 2a plus 1. How's that? Okay, now we can multiply. We can go 4a plus 2, and I'm going to stick that in a bracket because I could multiply here by 2, but our convention says that we multiply at the front. It looks a lot neater. And over here we've got 3 multiplied by 2a plus 1. 2a plus 1. Remember to put these brackets in because it's 3 multiplied by the whole term here, not just by 2a. Okay, so I can simplify this, and I'm gonna do this by looking at my terms in the brackets first. My term in the bracket here isn't actually as simple as it could be, because here I've got 4a and I've got 2, and both of those have a factor of 2 buried within them. So I'm actually going to factorize a little bit of this first. So I'm going to say, well, 4a, if I take out a 2, I can say is 2a, and I'm left with a 1 there. So this here, 2 times 2a is 4a, 2 times 1 is 2. So I've kind of got like a factorized thing within that bracket now. And what's beautiful about this question is all of this is multiplied, all of this is multiplied, and now I've got a common factor here of 2a plus 1, which means I can, oh look at this, it's almost erasing it. Oh, this is nice. I can sort of do this and it's just going to disappear. Look at that. Okay, it disappears because they're common factors, so they'll cancel top and bottom. I'm left with 2 times 2, which is 4, and 3 on the bottom, 3. So 4 on 3, or if you really like, we could convert that to a mixed number.